Welcome to episode 12 of the Multiverse Podcast, over halfway to it becoming a habit. I'm your
Boom.
host, Jimmy,
Boom.
with my co-host, Warren, and the
What up?
GOAT. That's the GOAT. We just
The
call him the
goat,
GOAT.
yeah. What's
That's
up,
it.
everybody? How we
The
doing?
GOAT, Wes, the man behind
Goat
the
West.
mic.
West the goat.
How's it going, guys? It's been a busy week. It's been a really busy week for me.
Lots
personally.
happened this week.
Yeah, for me personally,
Yeah.
and everything on the slate of what we're going to talk about. So, housekeeping really, really fast. Guys, thank you for all the support. Thank you for the love. Halfway to 10,000 on TikTok, halfway to 10,000 on YouTube. Don't
Yeah.
really know the listening platforms. I haven't looked at analytics, but I know we're growing on those as well. Spotify.
Insta2.
yeah,
We're like a little
Apple.
over 2,000 now, I think.
Yeah. So if you guys want to join us anywhere, any platform, the link is below. You guys can join us on every platform out there. We truly appreciate
do.
it. We're growing into it.
Very much.
It's starting to get comfortable for me.
Yes.
Kind of where I'm at. I don't feel like on edge like the first couple. I was like, how's this gonna go? How are we gonna do? Are we gonna have chemistry, Warren, Wes? And now it's just like, yeah, we're good.
That's the thing, right? Like, imagine it's just like dead. It's just like nothing.
We just sit here and stare at each other and hey guys, top
What's
five,
up, everybody?
this.
Just stare at each other's eyes. Yeah.
All right, you're
No.
the go-to. Massive week in MCU news. All kinds of
Oof.
teasers and trailers and everything have dropped. Daredevil, Wakanda,
Yeah,
Marvel Zombies. In a nutshell, what did you think about the presentation of showing us Ironheart and the new Wakanda, which is going to be in the sacred timeline, which is kind of wild. We
Right.
talk about that.
An
Daredevil.
animated show that takes place inside the sacred timeline
Yeah.
is canon
Marvel
to the MCU.
Zombies. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to start to get burned out on Marvel. Zombies, but
What is the significance of them like just every day at like 8 p.m. It seems like they're just dropping bombs. Like, what's this? Like, is this what they do?
I
Like-
think Marvel has recently gone through this big, I don't know what to call it, but like, I think all the executives and the creatives and everybody have recently gotten together and they've been like, all right, we have to decide what we're doing in the future. We got to decide what's going to be in phase 6.
right.
What are we working on right now that we can postpone until after the multiverse saga? What do we already have done that we can't stop? And then let's just figure out the story. And I think part of what they did with this trailer is that's all the stuff that they've already done that they can't stop that they're doing, right? They're just going to put that out there. So I think they kind of decided on that and they went, okay, so let's tease that because fans have kind of been wondering what's going on, right? Like Robert Downey Jr. returns, all this stuff, right? So many changes with like Spider-Man 4's rumored plot and everything like that. So I think Marvel went, you know what? Let's give them something. We know that these are going to happen. Let's just give that to them.
Let's give them a taste. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
out of the gate for me, Daredevil's a given. It's a default for me that I think it's going to be a huge win. I think you both agree. We've talked about it multiple times on the podcast. The Wakanda series is interesting, but I don't really understand the point. So I'll wait on that one. Marvel Zombies, I'm kind of getting burned out on. Ironheart, I'm still not sold on. Wonder Man, I'm excited about. I think Wonder Man's could be really, really cool, depending on what story arc they actually go with. What else was there? What am I missing?
What kind of a Marvel Zombie? What if? I mean,
what if is
so to me, I'm always open, right?
For sure.
The animated shows I can't say I don't care about because I do care about them. I don't get as excited, but X-Men 97 blew me away. So it's like, I mean, that was amazing. But like zombies, I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, like what if season 3? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm not like super excited for them. I am really excited, like you said, for Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen second. Like, dude, that guy's awesome. The show could just have so much potential. It could be really funny, but it also could be really important. I think Ironheart's going to have some problems because they're going to compare it to Iron Man, right?
All day long.
So I think it's going to have a hard time.
And it's been such a slow get off the ground IP
kind of, yeah.
as well. I mean, we'll see.
Fans have been waiting a really long time for these, and I think another reason they came out and they were like, "Hey, here's all this stuff," is because it's like, dude, we know these shows are coming. You haven't given us a release date for them yet.
Right.
Like, these are like years and years we've known about these projects. It was the same for Agatha. We had no idea, but Agatha turned out to be awesome. So hopefully these turn out to be. I have full faith in Daredevil. I think the Wakanda show is going to be pretty cool. I am curious what they're doing there, right?
Yeah.
Because when you think Secret Wars, it's like you can bring in, we saw in Across the
Across the
Spider-Verse? Yeah.
Spider-Verse, yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse, Donald
You
Glover,
think they're
right?
gonna bring animated into the MCU like that for Secret
I don't
Wars?
know.
I
Well, that's
don't.
why I'm wondering. I'm like, why would you do this,
Ooh,
right?
I don't
Why would you
know.
make it canon and
That's
maybe it's quicker
interesting.
for them? I have no
That's
idea. We'll see.
interesting.
We'll see,
It would
Yeah.
be it would be quicker for them. Daredevil, I like the dynamic where it's not necessarily Daredevil versus Kingpin
Versus Kingpin.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first season. I think that's going to be interesting. I like that instead of just
yeah.
going like with the what everybody would expect. So I think that's going to be
Well,
pretty
and
cool.
yeah, and in the D23 trailer that they showed, they didn't show this in the actual footage, but they're sitting at that diner and Daredevil says something like, "So we're in an agreement,
Yeah.
but if you step out of line, I'm going to be there." And
It's a
Kingpin's
truce.
like, yeah, Kingpin's
Yeah,
like,
Fisk is running for mayor, right?
you or your darker half's going to be there. I love how they both just know each other after, everything. So, yeah, I think that dynamic where they're kind of working together, it's pretty cool. I think season 2, Kingpin is the villain.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, so isn't he's like running for mayor, so I'm guessing he's just like, hey,
I think he becomes mayor.
Squash our beef for now so I can do my election.
So I can get all this power.
Exactly. And
Right.
then
Yeah,
he's gonna snap,
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, that's the one I'm most excited about. I'm really
too.
excited to see what story arc they do with Wonder Man. Are they going to try to have him trick the Avengers like in the comics?
I don't think they really don't have any, like,
Wasn't
it's
Mephisto
nothing like the comics.
Wasn't
nothing
that
like the comics.
Yeah, wasn't that Mephisto involved in that? Wasn't he involved in the Wonder Man arc?
No.
Why am I thinking that? Are you sure?
Well, so it's the whole deal where Wonder Man gets kind of like puts in like a catatonic state where they kind of think he's dead. Hank Pym kind of copies his brainwaves. Ultron ends up stealing those brainwaves and creates Vision out of those brainwaves. So there's like a Scarlet Witch love triangle.
But I thought Mephisto was the one that made him think the Avengers were bad and told him if he didn't take whatever that was constantly that he wouldn't keep his powers and he would die.
No, not Mephisto. It was
who was it?
Zemo, Baron Zemo.
Okay,
I believe.
All right. Mephisto.
Wes, you can fact check me on that right now.
No, I think you're right.
I think it was Zemo. He because originally, so his father owned a company. His father died. He took over the company. He basically made some bad decisions and went out of business due to Stark Industries in a way.
Yeah.
So after he embezzled money, I believe is what happened, and then he blamed Stark, and then somebody who worked for Zemo broke him out of jail, brought him to Zemo, and he's like, "Hey, I give you superhuman powers, but you need a continuous dose of them to stay alive." Right. So he sends him against the Avengers. He ends up turning on Zemo, and then the Avengers kind of think he's dead, but he's not. Comes back.
It'll be interesting. I'm excited about that one. I really.
But that's what I mean by like that. They can't do that. That's like gone, right? The whole Tony Stark thing. Like he's an actor in this. Like, so I was thinking maybe the show or the movie that he got, maybe that's the story, right? He's acting in the movie and they do the comic story as the movie or whatever. We'll see. Cool. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Let us know what you got out of all of those teasers. Which one are you most excited for? Which one do you think has the biggest chance to not deliver and kind of hit home?
I think.
Yeah, Ironheart for me. And once again, like Marvel Zombies and What If and stuff are just, I don't have to go be sitting in my seat or locked down in the bedroom ready to go to watch those like I would Agatha finale.
Yeah, I'm only really counting live action here. Just out of all the live action ones, I think, like I said, it's going to get compared to Iron Man, so it's going to have a hard time.
Yeah. Let's skip, and let's actually segue into Agatha really quick. The finale, we've all watched it. Wes, have you watched it?
No, but continue.
That's fine. You don't care?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, if you have not watched the end of Agatha, you might want to click off the podcast because we are going to spoil it and give our thoughts and reviews. Warren, you can go first.
I thought it was fantastic. I really did. I wasn't into it the first 2 episodes, and when I did my review originally, I had only seen 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But it just got so interesting, so many different details with like who the characters are, the relationship with each other, like Death and Agatha and her son. how she shows up to take him and she's like, no, my love. I'm like, oh, they're dating right now. But and then like you go back to like episode 5 or whatever, where you don't know she's death yet. And she's like, I had to do something I didn't want to do, but it was my job. And I was like, yeah, like there's a lot that goes into this. And then you talk about Billy Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, his son, you know, and everything. And now they're going to go find Tommy. Spoilers for everybody, you know, who hasn't seen it, like with Ghost Agatha, which is actually in the comics, Ghost Agatha helps the Scarlet Witch down the actual witch's road. So I'm like, that's kind of cool play off of that at the end, but it's with her son. But the whole deal about the witch's road being created by Billy, I was like, that's actually pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know. All in all, it's probably like my third favorite MCU show.
What do you give it out of a 10?
I would probably give it like a 9, maybe a little higher than a 9 out of 10, maybe like a 9.2 or something like that. Loki gets a 10 for me.
Yeah.
WandaVision, I think it's like a 9.5. So I'll give this one just to be even with 5. So I'll give it a 9.
Okay. I think it's hard for a series, especially any series with Marvel fans, Star Wars fans, or anything like that, where you have a really diehard community that you have to impress and keep like you have to keep them along for the entire ride. And that's not easy to do. I mean, we've seen it with the Penguin. We've seen outlets talking about episodes that we feel are stellar and perfect, saying, "Oh no, they backed off and it's not exciting." So it's really hard to do. I think Agatha did that really, really well. I think they kept you paced all the way through it. The end with the Witch's Road actually not even being real, and it being a trick that Agatha did. Yeah. Well, actually, Nicholas Scratch came up with the song, right?
Right. Her son
came up, Winding Road. Well, he was singing it, and then she started adding to it. And then it came to a point where it was literally a lure in for her to get witches. That was a good twist. I really enjoyed that. Twist. I love the backstory, getting to see Nicholas Scratch and everything she went through. It kind of humanized her a little bit more, and you kind of felt for her through the whole thing.
Here's a funny thing though, to cut you off, because I thought about this when I was doing my breakdown. I was like, this is like 50, 60 years, something like that, after she killed her mother and everybody else. I was like, so it actually wasn't her son dying that caused her to kill everybody. Like, she was already killing people since then. True. Right? And even when her son's there, she's killing people, right? So it's like, I'm like, she is bad.
She's a good mom.
But she's a good mom. She is bad. I mean, I don't know. You could argue like using your son to trick witches into killing them is a bad thing.
She was involving him in activities, man.
She was teaching him, I believe. You know, there's that one scene where she's like doing her magic and he's like kind of doing it, like, you know, copying her. I think she did the best of her abilities of who she was. But it's like, it's funny because she is really bad, but you love her. It did humanize her though, because before everyone's just like, oh, she's just so bad. She's just so bad. And I'm like, she kind of is, guys. Like, she murdered a lot of people. She was going to murder that coven that they started with too, right?
Yeah.
But that was really cool how they wove that in there, you know. And she was like, that, you know, the Witch's Road isn't real. He's like, yes, it is.
It is
like,
now.
Is it?
It is now, because Billy Maximoff made it real. I don't think
reality bending, warping powers.
I don't think it sets up for a season 2. I know people said, oh, at the end, let's go find Tommy. I don't think that necessarily means it's a different show. Agatha. Yeah, it's going to go into another show, and all roads lead to Young Avengers for him anyway, right?
Right.
You would think. So
the
for
Children's Crusades comic has Billy and Tommy reuniting and finding their mother, who is with Doom at the time. So maybe that's something we
probably see him in the Vision series.
Maybe. But Children's Crusade is like, you could say, is a Young Avengers thing. So.
I'd give it a 9. Just for the pacing that it kept me like in the mix. I didn't feel like it didn't have a lot of like heavy. I mean, it had some moments, but it didn't really have the, oh, you're going to lose super important people. Sharon, I know, but I guess maybe that would keep me from giving it a 10. I felt like Wanda, there was a lot on the line. Agatha, or WandaVision, Agatha, not quite as much. But then again, I wasn't attached to Agatha. She was a brand new character in Wanda. I've been attached to Wanda since Avengers, Age of Ultron. So
it
was good.
I mean, that part though, But that part though, in the final trial, when he's like, Agatha, am I killing somebody to let my brother live? And she's like, no.
Yeah.
Sometimes boys die. I was like, ugh. I was like,
kinda,
that's really. I was like, that's heavy. I was like,
kind of
that's
drowning a boy. And I mean, maybe it was.
well, no. He was gonna die, right? He was gonna die anyways. And
We
that's why
don't
she's
know
like,
if he
no.
didn't warp that situation. We don't know, man. Come on.
No, he was searching for things that were already happening. And Agatha says,
True.
he's like, am I gonna kill this guy? And she's like, no. Sometimes boys die.
Oh, she referring to Scratch.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that part was really heavy.
It was a good ride. It was definitely a good
Yeah.
ride. All right, let's switch gears. Game of Thrones, new movie in development. Wes, give us
Wes
the
and
details.
Jimmy, go.
Yes. So apparently there is a Game of Thrones movie in development. That's all we know.
Yeah, I saw something.
All I want to. Where is it set? What are we talking about?
Bro, I mean, if you saw my quote tweet, I was like, F off. I'm so angry, dude.
Is it too late?
No.
Bro, he
No,
needs
I
to
mean-
get Winds
I mean-
of Winter done before he
Not
can
if
do
it's
any, like, bro.
Good.
Well, they have a lot going on right now, and I'm just wondering, like, where is this? Like you said, like, when is it set? Like, what are we looking at here?
That's
right?
what I
like,
need to know.
yeah.
I mean, is it gonna recreate like the dog water ending? Like,
Well, that's what I see. That's what I was kind of wondering too. Do they use those books? And they like, what is happening? You know, that's
I mean,
it's just
like, this is,
well,
the
last ones
apology
weren't
tour,
books,
like, that's
right?
what
But I get because the last I'm not too informed on this, admittedly. Where the last seasons weren't actually written books, right?
Yeah, they were like, George was like,
They
hey,
came
this is
up
kind of
with
like what's gonna happen.
Impromptu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so George was like, this is what's gonna happen in Winds of Winter, but we're, have fun. Figure it out the rest.
We'll shelve it and then we'll come back.
I'll watch
when
it,
we have more
but
details. Of course, we'll digest
I'm concerned for it.
Yeah.
But
Same.
yeah,
I don't think it's needed. Like, bro, just,
they already have a lot going on.
I mean, George needs to focus on writing his Winds of Winter, and then,
Yeah, George. Wes said focus.
bro, like, it's so annoying. It's like, what's this for? Like, he's got other
Wes
books
has
that they can
spoken.
do, but like, come on, bro.
Did we talk about Venom last week?
I don't think we, maybe briefly, but
All right.
you guys watch
I
it?
mean, it's obviously older news now. Let's just really quick. What are your thoughts, Warren?
When you go watch a Venom movie, you know it's going to be a Venom movie.
It was a
that
Venom
makes
movie.
sense.
There. Let's just.
And it was totally a Venom movie.
I
But I shut my brain off, and I was like, I know that, like, it's gonna not be amazing, but you know what? Tom Hardy's really great as Venom, and it's funny, their relationship. I'm just gonna go in this and just have a good time at the movies, and I had a good time at the movies. Was it riddled with pacing
there
errors,
was-
plot holes? There
was
stuff
some
like, yeah,
spots
it
that
was.
got a little boring.
No, totally.
There was
Like, I
some
think like
spots
a
that
lot
got
of the
boring.
middle was boring. I thought some parts in the middle were nice, like when they're in the van and Venom's like, sometimes I think like I would have been happy just like this, like with a family traveling. I'm like, yeah, I get that, right? Because you're the situation. But some of that stuff got boring.
It was cool seeing
Vegas
the other
was almost
symbiotes.
what's that?
The other symbiotes.
That was really
Those
that's what I'm
really
saying. Like,
cool.
I think the beginning and the end were really good, but like
Vegas wasn't needed.
Vegas was almost it was like not needed at all,
Yeah.
right? As
Did
much
you know
as
that
I
was
love
his
Mrs.
stunt
Chen,
double
but
that he smacked across the face and took his tux?
that's hilarious.
That was his actual stunt double, which is
That's funny.
is kind of cool. Yeah, if you go in with zero expectations and you're just going to have a good ride, a final
You'll have a good
ride
time.
with Venom,
Yeah.
I thought it was good, but other than that,
Yeah.
no. I mean, it was just it is.
I'm not gonna go. It's not something I'll go see in the theaters again. I probably won't buy it, but if it's streaming at some point in time, I'll probably watch it.
How
again down the
OP
road.
was that monster that Noel sent?
Yeah, I mean, well, and that's the whole like discussion now, or I guess that was the discussion before. Like, Venom can't beat Noel. I mean, that's one of Noel's creatures, and he couldn't really beat him. I mean,
Yeah.
it was kind of cool how they decided to do it at the end, but
It was pretty gnarly. I mean,
army?
human
Yeah.
symbiotes, he just sticks them in his little wood chipper digestive
And just-
system and shoots them out the back. That was pretty
Yep.
cool. All right, let's jump over to Penguin. Newest episode, spoiler alert. We talk about the Penguin every single week.
Dude,
that
this-
cliffhanger,
Dude.
I have to catch up in my head.
okay, can I just say while you're catching
for it.
up, the scene where Oz was like handing out the beers, I thought they were gonna crack them
Oh.
open, drink it,
And
and
there
it
was-
was gonna kill everybody. That's what I thought. I thought he was gonna poison all of
Yeah.
them.
I had many thoughts. I was like, they're gonna explode. It's like little bombs, and I was like, okay, no, there's drugs inside of them. And then at the end, I'm like, no, he's like legit
It's a drug
toasting
test,
with.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Arkham
I was like-
City Penguin. Does anybody remember Arkham City Penguin
Yeah.
from the games? Somebody referenced on Instagram, I think, and said, "Do you see the subtle nuances here?" So Arkham City Penguin had like a jacket with the fur and it was purple and everything, and he's wearing the exact same like vibe
Mhm.
at that meeting.
Well, the next
Yeah, I've
episode, you know what
actually-
the name is, right?
Hmm.
Next episode is named Top Hat.
Oh,
Mhm.
So
Arkham
that's what
City
I was gonna
Penguin
say.
has the
Yeah.
top hat on.
Mhm.
I've seen some like photos comparing it to it. So and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So like
Mhm.
it's cool when you see the photo side by side.
Okay, we caused a ruckus with our little talking about actually it's Wes's fault. With the theory of Vic being Mr. Freeze.
Mhm.
We
Oh,
posted that
yeah,
on TikTok.
yeah.
People were not happy with us. A lot of people said that there's no way that. A lot of people think he's going to be Vic Zaz.
Yeah.
What do we think's happening here? Because I've seen people that are guessing that Sophia's gonna put him and Oz's mom, and one of them's gonna die. Could be Oz's mom, and that's where Vic goes psycho, or that Vic doesn't make it out.
So I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of this all, no one makes it out for the Penguin except for him, and then Sophia's back in Arkham. Like that's the big thing, is like she kills his mom and Vic, and the biggest punishment he could think of is to kill Sal. I don't know if they'll kill Marone or not, but kill him and put her in Arkham.
Does that set him up to be a bigger level threat villain in Batman 2?
Exactly.
Is Sophia
right.
gonna be in Batman too?
She should.
Well,
It's
she
like
should.
insiders say that yeah, she's gonna be in it. But
well, that
to
kinda
me,
ruins my theory.
well,
What's
it's
your
not
Vic-
confirmed.
I thought Vic was gonna be the one, or I think Vic is gonna be the one that kills Sophia.
Oh.
I mean, that'd be another good one too.
But what's the
I don't
arc
think they
for
should
Vic?
get
Where-
rid of
Where
Sophia.
does Vic
Oh,
go?
I agree.
Does he become that psycho Zaz guy, or
I would say more that than yeah.
Could be, yeah.
I would have to lean that way.
yeah, we got crapped on for our Mr. Freeze.
That's
I mean,
Okay.
right away when you said it, I was like, it's a cool theory, but I don't see just how it would happen.
Yeah, it was
Well-
a 2-second theory.
Well, they all, if you want to go see how it doesn't happen, they explain it in detail and depth in our comment section on TikTok.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you guys
I
can go
can't
check
wait
it
until he
out.
becomes Victor Freeze. I'm doubling down, dog.
Dude,
Victor Freeze is going to
If
be
he
in the
becomes
Batman,
Victor
too.
Freeze,
Oh,
we're doing a
no.
bonus episode.
There you
And
go.
we're gonna rub it in everybody's face. All right, let's stick with DC Sinister Six moving forward with Craven, Morbius,
Time out.
Vulture.
Time out.
You said
Sinister Six
DC,
is not DC.
instead of MCU.
Did I say DC?
You said DC.
Yeah, he meant MCU.
Yeah, we both
Or
were just
he
like,
meant
"Whoa!"
he meant other universes.
Clip
besides
it and put it out there. Jimmy doesn't know the difference between DC and MCU.
Speaking of
Sinister
nerd,
Six
No.
moving forward with Craven, Morbius, Vulture, Madam Web, and Venom.
ugh,
Okay, I have so many questions.
I
Is
don't,
it-
just don't do it. I just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Isn't
I don't have
Vulture?
questions. I
Isn't
just,
Vulture gonna be in Spider-Man 4?
That's what that
But wasn't
production
he just
listing
in
said.
Morbius?
Dude, they have
And
no.
then he was
I can say I don't think they have any idea what they are doing whatsoever. I don't think they have a clue.
Huge mistake if they put Madam Web.
bro.
This-
It's a huge mistake to do any Sinister Six thing to go up against Null, which is the rumor. And
oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
dude, yeah,
Maybe
no.
maybe if they're just like expendable, like they put these together.
kill
like
them all,
it's
that's
it's
fine,
the Fox
cool.
verse, and then Noel just solos them really quick and establishes.
love it.
I mean,
Would love it.
if
Yeah.
Venom becomes God of Light and kills Null, like that'd be cool. But like, don't they have like a bunch of setup to do?
That's
like, a crap
they
load of
just
setup?
shouldn't. They just
shouldn't,
shouldn't
I agree.
do it. They just, I don't. That's the thing is like I don't care whatever you have planned, it won't work.
I don't. Hey, I don't
do
know
it.
the meme power if you put Morbius and Madam Web together.
What are they
Oh
gonna
my
do
gosh.
to Null? Nothing.
right.
Nothing.
All right.
It's like you said. You saw what one Xenophage did to multiple symbiotes. What the hell's Vulture gonna do?
Let's talk about the good side of the Spider-Man universe. Spider-Man 4, I watched your video today. Go ahead and drop the name.
Brand New Day.
Brand New Day. And then second one would be A Lovely Day.
I don't know what the second one would.
Just Another Day.
I don't know what the second one would be, but
third one would be
One More Day. Or one last day. One more day. I think is the
Day
name of
after
the
tomorrow.
comic.
Well,
it's so. What's interesting about that is, and if you watched, is that comic run. That is where MJ and Peter Parker, Mephisto makes a deal with Peter to save Aunt May.
Yeah,
and the deal is the marriage is erased. Pretty much. So it's like, it's pretty heavy hitting.
But we've already been through that. We've already been through that.
Exactly. Like, I almost feel like that's in a way it happened with the whole everybody forgetting who it was. I mean, Aunt May died, right? Mm-hmm. But, I've seen some people like, hey, Aunt May's dead. Mephisto's name has been dropped. Like, I'm like, yeah, I don't think they go that way.
I don't either. So now it's looking like it's going to start off pretty grounded and then work its way cosmic by the end.
That's what a few insiders have said as well. And then this production leak, if it ends up being true, yeah, but it makes sense because it's between Doomsday and Secret Wars. So if it's all starting to hit the fan, right, for the 616 universe, well then yeah, that's what we should see in Spider-Man. We should see it hit the fan.
I agree. And that's the platform to do it on too. That's the stage. All right.
For sure. Especially because he's such a big lead now, I think.
Quentin Tarantino says he loved Joker too. Todd Phillips is the Joker. The Joker directed the movie. He's spending the studio's money like the Joker would spend it. He's saying F you to the movie audience. He's saying F you to Hollywood. He's saying F you to anybody who owns any stock at DC and WB. Wow. Quentin Tarantino.
That's what Quentin Tarantino said?
Yeah. And he also another take that he said online was that he doesn't need to watch the new Dune or this other movie. He's like, I don't need to watch this stuff. There's already previous ones. Like, I'm not gonna go and watch a new movie.
So he's just rage baiting, basically.
Dude, he's got it.
Or making an excuse for his friend who made a crappy movie, and now they're gonna metaverse it like, oh yeah, well he did it on purpose because it's edgy, and he's saying F you to everybody.
No, it sucks.
Yeah.
And that, you know what? And honestly, and I know Quentin Tarantino's made some amazing movies, but like Todd Phillips, at the end of the day, you know what people say? That sucked. Mm-hmm. And that's really all that matters, man. Yeah. Like, you could say whatever the hell you want. All we know, all we think is Joker 2 sucked and you should stay the hell away from it. And it sounds like you want to stay away from it. So, DC stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think he's going to have a choice.
Dude, if he was going to do this big brain stuff, like, I feel like it's all copium at this point.
Yeah.
It's like his friends are trying to cope for him. It's a bad movie, straight up, or none.
Like, yeah.
It's just cope.
But and that's what I'm saying is like, you know what? None of it matters. You know what matters? Everybody thinks that movie sucked because it sucked.
What's sad is it could have been great.
If he
went full Joker, it would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, who knows what the hell's going on in his head? What's
going on in his head is let's make it a musical,
which is stupid. Right, because it wasn't even a good musical, and that's why I say it's stupid.
Yeah, I like musicals, and that
No, Agatha All Along has musical components to it, and I can't get those songs out of my head.
Yeah, because they're not forced in there.
No, like the reason they're there is very good.
Yeah, exactly. They're not shoehorned in there.
Right, but like, even when it's like, oh, Joker 2 is going to be a musical, when we first heard about it, I was like, why? Like, why? That doesn't make any sense. But I'm like, oh, you got Lady Gaga in there. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe it could work, but it didn't work. Like, the musical components of the movies didn't work. So it's like,
yeah.
It sucked. That's all people know, dude.
Screw you, Quentin. All right.
Let's do
movie. We haven't done this in a while. We're going to do a couple really quick, just a versus, kind of try to see who we think would win. Spider-Man versus
Not
Daredevil.
Captain America. I don't know if you have him.
Spider-Man versus Daredevil. Who wins 9 out of 10 times?
Spider-Man.
Why?
Just because of the webs.
Because of the webs?
Yeah.
Wes?
I think Spider-Man edges out the victory, but I think Daredevil will put up a fight. Like Daredevil was, he's trained really well,
But he has no.
Yeah, and
he's
got heightened senses, but
he has no extra power. He's not.
Right, that's the thing.
Like, he was trained by who? Like, he's got like actual martial arts training.
But Spider-Man
is quick naturally and.
But he's also enhanced by the bite, right?
I think you're both kind of off. I don't think there's any scenario where Daredevil even stands a chance at all.
That's what I said. I said Spider-Man wins.
Oh, I thought you said it was like
I was playing devil's advocate. Get it? Daredevil's advocate.
I said no.
Spider-Man.
It's not a question in my mind.
Okay, Spider-Man destroys Daredevil in every possible scenario. Okay, this is a good one. Agatha versus Captain America.
Agatha.
Why? Captain America's not shooting
magic.
He's not shooting magic at her. She's not absorbing any powers from him.
But she has magic.
Okay, he has a shield.
She can do magic.
He fought Thanos.
You think a shield's gonna stop magic,
bro? He stopped a punch from the Mad Titan. He held up for a second.
The Scarlet Witch wiped the floor with Thanos. And Agatha fought the Scarlet Witch pretty evenly. Scarlet Witch won because like the runes and everything, right? And that's how she was able to get her power through magic. But
anytime Captain America comes up, you two try to crap on him. It's all right.
I mean,
whatever.
Who could Captain America beat? Falcon,
Daredevil, Daredevil all day long.
He would beat Daredevil. He would. There you go.
Spider-Man, I mean, even Iron Man, even Tony later on said he pulled his punches on you. Remember?
Yeah, but
so whatever. All right, last one. Doom versus Darkseid.
Darkseid,
who?
Not even close.
God Emperor Doom. Or Emperor God Doom. God Emperor.
I mean, that's Doom with the power of the Beyonders, depending on which run, but
so what is the tail of the tape with Darkseid?
I mean, Darkseid is just a monster,
one of the most powerful in the DC, or is he at the top? Or
he's one of the goats, yeah.
But you have to like the Beyonder.
None of the magic that
Doom would have.
What's Darkseid's biggest takeaway? Like,
none of the magic of Doom could kill. So if it's God Emperor, it's like you formatted it, and then like now you got me like questioning it because
like he was like, wait a second, God Emperor Doom? Hold on, that's
Doctor Doom versus Darkseid. Like Darkseid, like Doctor Doom itself was not going to take on Darkseid. Darkseid, none of the magic is going to hurt Darkseid. Like you have to understand, like Darkseid he's a Justice League level threat. Like you need to have everything to go after Darkseid.
So is Doctor Doom.
But the magic that Doom has is not going to take on Darkseid.
I guess it depends on what level Doom.
I mean, Doctor Doom eventually goes on to become Sorcerer Supreme. He's so powerful with his magic.
But is it Doom with or without prep? Because without prep,
always comes down to.
We have added a lot of different like, is it God Emperor Doom? Is it Doom with prep? Like,
is it Batman Doom?
Darkseid destroys universes, bro. Like,
okay. Didn't
Doom might do the same?
Yeah, didn't Doom take it down to one world? Battle World?
Doctor Doom vanilla? Like we're talking vanilla, both sides vanilla. Darkseid wins.
I think it would be a situational.
Yes, very much. This is a dumb question. I hate it.
What? Let us know in the comments. We'll leave it up to y'all, I guess.
If it's God Emperor Doom,
I think it's situational. Like,
Wes
is God Emperor Doom? Like,
the budget for Mission Impossible 8 is reportedly near $400 million. One of the most expensive films ever. I don't know if this is a statement or if somebody's griping. It's Tom Cruise. It's Mission Impossible. He does his own stunts. If he wants to spend $400 million, let him.
Let him, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it pays off very easily. I think
you know what I have a problem with? I have a problem with $280 million being spent on Star Wars Acolyte.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say it.
That's what I have a problem with.
He's like,
the second you said, you know what I have a problem with, I knew it was.
I do not have a problem with Mr. Cruise spending $400 million on what's gonna be a fun action ride.
Right.
Let
It's gonna
Tom
be,
Cruise be Tom
I would
Cruise.
assume, a great movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
let him.
You know
let
what's
him-
crazy though is like right before we started filming this, Marvel released a clip of like the practical set and effects that they did for Agatha.
Death.
I'm
Really?
like,
It was cool. Yeah.
well, no, not that was really cool, but no, the whole entire set. It's like this huge thing. Like they
It's
have all
awesome.
these trees and everything, and then like in third or fourth episode when they get out of the first trial, like the water coming through, it's like real water coming through and stuff like that. It's like, well, yeah, no wonder everybody freaking like.
I hope it's the trend. I hope it's the trend. I hope they start.
I hope so. Yeah.
To go back to that. All right, it's hit or miss time.
Here we go. Hit or miss time, guys. Get ready. Get your hit or miss cards. Okay. First
It's
one.
this, right?
Mhm.
Yep. The green, and then Jimmy's like, very white.
Jimmy's weird.
dark green.
My pea soup.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, hit or miss, guys. Halloween candy.
Used to be a hit. It's probably because I'm getting old. So
You're saying you don't like candy?
I don't not like candy, but this is funny you asked this because last night there's a big old bowl of candy there from Halloween because we live in a gated neighborhood and Ashley just really wants trick-or-treaters and they can't get in, so she never gets any. So literally last year the gate was open and one little girl came in and Ashley tried to give her the entire bucket of candy.
Oh my gosh. That's
Anyway,
so funny.
That's awesome.
So I'm going through it and I'm looking and there's like this Reese's, Almond Joys, which I grab. Kit Kats don't taste like they used to. It used to be my favorite. And Hershey's. And the Hershey's doesn't taste like it used to. I'm disappointed with all the stuff that I used to like because I don't feel like it's the same ingredients. I don't feel like it has the same quality and none of it tastes the same. Go eat a Twinkie in 1995 and then eat a Twinkie now and you're going to be like, well, that's not the same.
I mean,
That's kinda where I'm
I haven't had a Rice Krispies in a really long time.
Rice Krispies are good.
Dude.
Laney
But
made
I
them
had
in
one
brains.
last night and I was like, those are pretty good, man.
I mean,
They still slap.
I don't know. I'm just a little, I don't know. I mean, we cooked
I mean,
last night.
Snicker bar to me is still a Snickers bar.
Snickers is overrated. We did like Ashley
You're
made
overrated.
Ashley
That's
made the
a
hot
fake.
dogs into like
Oh my gosh.
fingers with the nails cut or ripped off, and we did the Rice Krispie treats. Laney made them into brains and stuff.
That's
That was
awesome.
cool. That was all right. All right,
Okay, next up. Hit or miss. Agatha All Along.
we already established that.
Yeah,
Hit,
I know.
we
I
don't need-
didn't
yeah,
think that you
just
guys were gonna
easy.
be definitive on your review. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Next
hit
up,
it.
hit or miss. Quentin Tarantino. This is.
He's a big fat miss, being
Nah.
a d-bag.
bruh.
He's got some really great movies.
I don't care.
Bruh.
I'm going off what he
Like,
just
you're-
said.
Are we talking about him as a person or his movie?
Direction. Yeah.
Look, I've seen some stuff by him, and the vibe I get, and I don't know the guy, the vibe I get is just triple level a-hole. I'm just being honest.
I mean, no, I feel you on that one.
And that whole statement about
The
Joker
statement
2
really-
studios money, ha ha ha. Shoot
Yeah.
the fans. No,
That's
he's
fair.
Just because of that, I'll say it's a miss. But he's made some really great movies.
he's never gonna
He
sponsor
has.
our podcast. Just be honest. Here we go.
He's
Right.
one of the goats.
I just said miss. But he
Doesn't like
has
Kill
made
Bill?
some
Like,
good
come on now.
movies. You can't. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like you can't just ignore
Hateful.
the
Jimmy's
great
being
things that
hateful.
he's done.
that doesn't make him a good person.
Okay,
well,
that's fair.
but he said direction.
No, he didn't. He said hit or miss Quentin Tarantino. That's
Okay,
what he
him
said.
himself.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
didn't
sure.
say
I don't
Quentin
know the guy,
Tarantino
but yeah.
movies. Okay,
That's fair. That's
Okay.
fair. Okay, next up, then hit or miss. Tenet.
it's all right.
Hit. No, I thought it was fantastic.
It's all right.
I don't know if people really understand enough to appreciate it. I think it was great.
You remember the Fortnite scam where they're like, Tenet's going to be streamed in Fortnite, and it was just the trailer? I was so angry. You don't remember
No,
that?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
mean,
funny.
it's goodish, kind of like Inception.
Uh,
Did he
next
just
up,
say Inception was goodish? Oh my god.
It's okay. Inception.
Well, we
is
made it
better than
halfway through the
Interstellar.
podcast, everybody. We'll see ya.
Inception is better than Interstellar. Continuing on. Hit or miss. Tom Hanks.
Huge hit. How is that even a debate? I'm
He's
such a
good
hypocrite.
person.
I don't know what kind of person he is. I'm going off his
Because
movies.
him as a person, I've heard some things, but you
Have you?
never know what's true when you hear some things, right? I'm gonna pass on this one because it's like they're rumors, but if they're true, it's like
See, I don't know
then-
any of those rumors.
I won't say him.
So I'm just
but-
going off of his movies, which I just said I shouldn't do with Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, I was gonna say, what? This is just different now than Quentin.
Well, no, Quentin Tarantino made a dumb comment that we just talked about, so it's fresh. Tom Hanks didn't make a dumb A comment that I know about.
Yeah, and like these are rumors. I don't know what I don't think he said anything about him, right? So I don't know. He's made some amazing movies.
Every
Forrest Gump's
movie,
one of my favorite
every
movies.
movie he makes is good.
No, he's a fantastic actor. So
there,
fit for him.
Okay, next up,
if the things that I've heard aren't true.
yeah, for sure. Next up, hit or miss, guys. Monopoly.
The board game.
Yeah, the game. Yeah,
it's a hit. I don't play it very often anymore, but it's a hit,
dude.
It's not bad.
I mean, it takes a really long time, but I've had some fun times playing it. I'll say hit. I probably, like, if people wanted to play it now, I'd be like, I don't want to play Monopoly.
Have you guys? Okay, so I played the Monopoly on the, it's like the game from Ubisoft or whatever. I played it, right, and there's a way that I literally got targeted, right? So like whenever, like, you can literally, like, if you're winning, right, the people that you're playing with could trade someone else all of the stuff, like all of their properties, and then trade them and then only have $1. And if they go bankrupt, then I will only get the $1, and they'll go.
That is Monopoly 101 strategy from the very beginning.
I hate it.
We used to play the board game, and we'd be making side deals right in front of people. Yeah, come on.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely throwing. I hate it. Like, if you're listening, I know who you're listening to the podcast right now. I hate you. Okay, because of my brother. It was my brother versus me, and they like made him win.
So you hate your brother?
No, I don't hate him. He, plays the game. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hit or miss, guys. Mario Kart. Speaking of another rage-inducing one,
Blue Shell. We don't even have to think about it.
It's such a rage-inducing game.
Blue Shell, dude.
Friendships have been burned.
Yep. Okay. That was a quick one. Next up, hit or miss. James Cameron avatars.
Miss. I don't like them.
I think it's a hit. I think they're good. They tell a great story. You get invested in the world.
I don't. I've never cared about the story, never cared about the world. I appreciate what the first Avatar was, how advanced it was, but like, yeah, no, dude, I don't like them.
The second movie, whenever the girl was like under the water for like an extended amount of time, I'm like, please drown. I stopped watching the I was like, I'm done with this movie.
So Wes is on my side. Yeah. I don't know why, but and this sounds so weird coming from me because I'm the superhero guy, right? I love Marvel, DC, all this stuff. But when I watch these movies, I'm like, it's fake.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's what I feel.
It's soulless. That's what it is. There's no soul.
It is soulless. To me, it is soulless.
BS.
It is a soulless movie.
How do you figure? It has an
amazing
build-up. It has an amazing storyline.
You
get attached to the character. Oh my god.
Maybe the first one.
No, you two are way off base. The second one follows in suit to the first one.
It's the same movie. They just did it twice. It's literally Avatar 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Okay, are we going to go down that road? Because Star Wars has been done 9 times over and we still like it.
But at least there's some unique stories.
Oh my lord. All right.
Next up, guys.
They've never been for me.
This is going to be an interesting one. Hit or miss. Fantastic Four with Miles Teller.
It was such a bad movie. It was such a bad
How was that
movie.
Interesting?
And Miles Teller should not be Mr. Look, I love Miles Teller.
Great actor,
I think, yeah, absolutely awesome actor. I got to we went to Thor Love and Thunder, and I went to the one theater and you went to the other one. Mm-hmm. So we got to sit right by Miles Teller and listen to him talk about how he told his agent to go buy him $7 million in diamonds or something. And I'm like, wow. And this was just after he got done with
Top
Gun. But I love him. But whoever cast him as Mr. Fantastic, you missed it. You missed it big
Someone
time.
At Fox who probably doesn't have a job anymore.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yeah.
So
speaking of not having a job, hit or miss, Succession.
Succession.
That's a great show.
Yeah,
that's a great show.
Okay, there you go.
That's
all for hit or miss. Hopefully you enjoyed.
All right, let's talk about some theories. Those always seem to go over well. First one. In Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Ring films, Frodo Baggins and is it Legolas or Legolas? Legolas.
Gosh, dude, go watch the movies again.
Rarely interact. He only says like 2 words to him.
I know this theory. Yes.
Leading to a fan theory that Frodo doesn't know Legolas's name.
Legolas's name.
Like Jimmy. This idea stems from scenes where Frodo addresses other Fellowship members by name, but not Legolas, suggesting unfamiliarity. However, evidence from the films and books indicates that Frodo does know Legolas's name, making this theory more of a humorous observation than factual oversight. I think they literally say 2 words to each other the entire trilogy.
He's like, "You have my bow."
That's it.
And I think that's like
it was somebody edited said Lord of the Rings, the intro, and this is the movie, but only with Legolas and Frodo talking. And then he says, "You have my bow." And then it goes into the credits with Peter Jackson directed.
Yeah, because in the first movie, in the book, they separate, right?
I think it was just
completely different journeys. No,
again,
but
Legolas
because
gets upset when he thinks he's dead. When they go in that field,
of course,
they're trying to track him, and it looks like they were smushed or whatever.
Well, that's not Frodo. That's
that was Pitt.
Yeah,
Pippin and Merry.
But but this theory came because like the one of the final scenes where they rescue Frodo, and he's in bed and he finally wakes up. Yeah. This is after he gets rid of the ring. He says like everybody's name, but Legolas comes in and he's like, and he doesn't say anything. And then Aragorn comes in right after. And he's like, Aragorn, like right before he's like Gimli. And then
maybe he just didn't like him. Maybe he didn't feel like he did enough. I don't know. Legolas was a badass. All right.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah.
The other one, you can read this one, Warren. Go for it.
Disney theory that connects everything suggests that all Disney and Pixar movies exist within a shared universe where characters, events, and magical elements are subtly linked across time and space. I've heard this one, but let's keep going. This theory proposes that certain movies, like Brave, explain the origin of magic, while others, like The Incredibles, showcase its evolution and eventual fading, leading to more realistic, modern settings like Toy Story and Finding Dory. Easter eggs, hidden references, and recurring symbols across films hint that these characters might be connected by shared history, magic, or even reincarnation across different worlds and eras. I mean, I have always thought this to be true. And I think there's plenty of evidence and signs within movies and Easter eggs, stuff like that you can find that I think proves this.
You can connect anything if you want to bad enough.
No, these are like very obvious Easter eggs.
We tried to connect Breaking Bad and Walking Dead, and we got rolled for that one.
Okay, but these literally are all made by the same people.
I know. Like, give me one obvious example.
I'll just send you
okay.
I have to look at a video because I've seen so many that really go everywhere into it, and it's because it's like Frozen, Elsa and Anna's parents. They go in the ship. It sinks. That's the ship that Ariel sees sinking in the beginning of The Little Mermaid. Like there's a lot and it maps out to be in like the same spot too. Like if you look into it, like there's a lot of things that actually do really connect.
There's literally a website called DisneyTheory.com that connects everything.
Then one day they need to pay those off. They need to pay it off and make it
true.
Make it canon.
I mean,
all right.
How would you do that? But anyways, I agree with the theory. I'm all in with the theory.
Well, how you do that is you admit it, because if it's saying it's as deep as you two say it is, it's not by just chance or happenstance. They're doing it on purpose. They're like, okay, we're writing a script for our new movie. Where are we going to plug our little subtle Easter eggs in to keep that lore, that vibe going where people are talking and saying they're connected? It's not just coincidence, right? Of course not. If it's real, so somebody's orchestrating it somewhere.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, all right.
No.
McDonald's can now legally fix its own ice cream machines. Previously, only the manufacturer Taylor was allowed to do this. This is funny because I live this. I did. And this was
that's why I put it in the topic. Yeah,
this was true. McDonald's, their maintenance men weren't allowed to touch the machines when I worked there. It was an outsourced. It was that company Taylor that had to come in, and you just hope they would show up like within a couple days of when they gone down. Which obviously got to the point where there was websites which would tell you which ice cream machines were down. That's wild. That is wild. And
yeah, that really explains why sometimes it's like, dude, how's your ice cream still broken? That explains a lot.
But that's just wild that they let it go on that long.
Like, for sure.
It's crazy. All
Wow.
right. The best Reese's variant is Reese's variant.
Yeah, so like Reese's
Reese's
Sticks,
Pieces,
Nutrageous,
Fast Break.
Fast Break.
Fast Break's good. Just not
Big
the
Cup.
classic. Just the Reese's.
Oh, the Nutrageous
Reese's?
ones that have like it's like a Reese's bar with the Reese's Pieces inside of it.
Yeah, that's the outrageous.
That's amazing.
Jesus, there's so many.
Yeah, so what's your
I mean,
favorite?
they're all
And then-
fantastic. I love them.
And then next question, what is your favorite like seasonal, like your seasonal favorite?
I don't like the white chocolate Reese's. I don't like anything white chocolate. Can I just go
I
with
like the white chocolate.
Can I go with Butterfinger instead?
No.
You stupid
Reese's. Butterfingers are really good though.
Reese's.
They are, but we're on Reese's.
Reese's Pieces are good, and I like the OG Reese's.
Okay, that's a very vanilla answer for that's fine. Okay.
That's why I said we'll let him have
The
it.
answer is either Fast Break or Nutrageous. Like
Fast Break and Nutrageous.
I don't think I've ever had a Nutrageous.
Bro, okay, so think of like a bar.
Don't
right?
say Snickers with peanut butter. I'm gonna.
No, I already explained it. It's like a Reese's bar with little mini Reese's Pieces in it. Like remember when I talked about
that's the outrageous. Yeah,
Oh.
the Reese's Nutrageous has got peanuts instead of the Reese's Pieces.
Do you even eat Reese's, Warren? You poser.
Yeah, bro. I'm a connoisseur.
now, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them both.
They're both really good.
awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, speaking of liking them both, Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad. No, it's not.
1000% it is.
No, it is not.
1000%.
No, it is not.
Yep.
It is a segue off of Breaking Bad, and it fits into the universe, and it plays its role, and it's very good and entertaining. It is not on the GOAT level of Breaking Bad in any way. You are smoking the wrong stuff.
Nope. I'm not. Mike, bro. Trout. Like you got Saul Goodman. Juan Carlos Esposito. Like, dude, like the stories told. Like
they all originated from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but dude, it's like Better Call Saul connects perfectly to it.
Okay, cool.
It lays
That's
a perfect foundation.
I agree with
writing,
that.
direction.
I agree with that. It does connect perfectly to it because it's literally a spin-off of Breaking Bad.
From it.
Breaking Bad was really good.
Warren.
Better Call Saul's better. I mean, it's called Better Call Saul.
Just it has better in the title. It's automatically
It's
literally
better,
better.
I like lawyer shows as well.
I'm more inclined to go to Breaking Bad.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
I'll be wrong. That's fine.
You are
Guess
wrong.
what?
On
You're
that
not
one.
wrong. It's your opinion.
No.
You can have your
wrong.
opinion.
The
He's
thing
wrong.
you have to understand about me is like I will be wrong, and I will just be wrong until the point where I know you, and I'll keep going. That is my existence. Promise.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right. Favorite Disney
Vic
movie of all
Freeze.
time? What in the world?
Yep.
What do you
I
mean?
mean,
Because there's so many.
That
is that
includes
Marvel? Is that
movies, right? I
cartoons?
mean,
No.
Or are you
Like,
talking
we're
about like
talking,
OG,
like 90, like the
Little
Renaissance,
Mermaid.
like Hercules,
It's Hercules
Atlantis.
for me. I was gonna say I already know it's
It's
Hercules,
Hercules for me as well.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
Aladdin's probably up there for me.
Aladdin as
Aladdin's
well, that's,
probably
like, number 2.
second.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Little Mermaid might be second. for me.
Atlantis as well. Like you remember the Atlantis: The Lost
Atlantis.
Empire?
Yeah, I
Good
do.
movie.
Yes, I do. To me, it's like it's
I'm going
always
Aladdin.
Hercules number 1
Yeah.
for me. Second's probably Aladdin, tied with third with the Little Mermaid. I really loved that growing up as a kid. But Hercules has always been just the best.
Go the distance, like the track. Just
When he comes out and he's like,
Yeah.
"What? You can't survive that unless you're a god," and he comes
Hey,
out. You know,
Aladdin's track was addictive too.
100%.
Arabian Nights.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nintendo released a new Spotify style app.
We got
Is it-
Nintendo Spotify before GTA 6. I'm gonna say it right now.
Is it for music, like Nintendo
For music, their entire music library.
That's awesome. And
can
we're going to
pull
be
it up.
getting a
That's pretty
Nintendo alarm clock.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
probably gonna connect with each other.
That's great.
innovating. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
That's dope.
I can't wait till they
Yeah.
start slamming other websites for copyright. Please, Nintendo, don't. I'm
That's
sorry.
true. Yeah,
Sorry.
they do. All right.
Wesley, please, please, no
Top-
strikes.
It's top 5 time. Are you ready?
Oh, I might have to be
Yeah,
on
even
it.
though one of them I actually thought was relatively hard.
Okay, here we go.
I'm-
In
I'm
honor of
judging.
Black Ops 6,
Two of them
launching
actually were pretty hard.
top 5 Call of Duty games. I'll go first. At number 5, Modern Warfare 2. That is when Call of Duty went boombastic. That is when they took it to that next level of Michael Bay style movie video games. Everything was broken, which made the game perfect.
Okay.
You're in my world now.
I am. So
I'm my world.
And
I'm curious to hear what you guys think of my list. So number 5 is Black Ops.
You are. What is wrong with you?
You're starting with Black Ops at number 5? Okay, just continue. Sorry. I'll shut up. You're being judged.
I don't even know if you guys. I can't tell if you guys think it shouldn't be on my list or it should be a number 1. I have no idea.
Should be on your list. Very much should be on your list.
I'm
doing these about how much
this is going to go like this is going to go like the basketball top 5 win. All right, number 4.
I don't think it can.
Number 4.
I played all the Call of Duties.
Black Ops 3, the best advanced movement jetpack era game we got, and I probably have the most hours ever played on any Call of Duty on this game.
You might get hate for putting it at number 4. Honestly.
No, I don't think so. Dude, Black Ops 3 lasted for like 4 years. You remember? They just kept updating it. It just kept because they were like,
think it's like the best COD. There's some people that do.
Yep.
It's not even on my list. Number 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Which one? 2009?
2009.
Okay, that's W
take. Don't you dare say that.
W take. Okay.
Even though it should be lower. Like my number 1.
All right. Little underrated, but I'll argue it to death. It launched with the most launch day content out of anything, over 50 weapons, over 20 maps, game modes out the wazoo. Modern Warfare 3.
Yep.
Let's go.
Sledgehammer.
Yep. Such a good game.
Okay. Number 3 for me is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. I like
turn off your camera and walk out.
Yeah, no. He needs to take a lap.
You're done.
I like it.
It's fine. So is it for just Warzone or like what are you like? Are you
talking campaign? Sorry. I guess no, I'm talking Warzone.
Okay, so you're talking Warzone. Okay, so if it's just Warzone, not
Stop trying to talk him off the ledge or make it sound like anything other than what he said, Wes.
No, it's Warzone. Isn't that when that's like when Warzone came out?
Yeah, that's when Warzone came out.
But okay, that's what brought us Warzone.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair take. But there's like
I love you, man. But this is also the man that put Charles Barkley in the top 5 of his best NBA players of all time. I knew it was going to go this way. I could tell how uncomfortable he was over there as we're going through these.
I don't. It literally doesn't bug me at all if everybody thinks I'm crazy for this list. I do not care.
Did you play Blackout?
Warzone is really fun. Wait, what, Wes?
Blackout? Did you play that? Black Ops 4? That's the other battle royale, like the first battle royale?
Call of Duty battle royale.
Is that the one that has like the smaller island one?
Yeah, you have like boats.
Yeah,
and
I played that one. Yeah, I think Warzone's really, really fun. Because I was on a big Fortnite kick with battle royale, and then they came out with Warzone.
Talk your stuff, Jimmy.
Number 2. This was a personal list for me. So number 2 is Black Ops 2, arguably the best Black Ops ever made, the most balanced. Pick 10 system, score streaks, best DLC we've ever gotten. Black Ops 2. Zombies.
Number 2 for me is Black Ops 2.
Okay. All right. You redeemed yourself a little bit. Number 1 for me is Black Ops. It is my favorite. It wasn't a perfect game by any means, but you had wager matches. You had COD points. I mean, it was the maps. Some of the maps in Black Ops are OG. The story, the campaign.
JFK in the game.
Yeah.
Fidel
if we're
Castro
talking the best overall the best overall Call of Duty game, I think the unanimous vote is Black Ops 2. But if we're talking my favorite top 5, Black Ops 1 is number 1.
I actually thought my number 1 was the most.
What did you put?
You guys are gonna laugh at me because y'all didn't even mention this one.
Probably.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 2007.
It's OG. You can get away with that one.
Okay, that's what I was like. I thought this was generally agreed to be like what changed COD into what it is today.
100%.
It did to a degree, but a lot of people would say that huge step for COD was Modern Warfare 2.
1000%. That's why it's number 2.
Yeah.
For me. Modern Warfare 2 is number 2.
Basically, the only thing you actually made fun of me was for having Modern Warfare in 2019, but I'm talking Warzone. Because besides that, I have Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. We have like the same list pretty much.
Yeah, same list, but
you can't put Modern Warfare 2019 anywhere near the top 5.
Warzone is fantastic. That's all. I love playing
Verdansk is coming back.
But now with Call of Duty 6, I've just been playing zombies.
That's fair.
It's so much
Dude,
fun, man.
I haven't been grinding a multiplayer like this in like 5 years. I'm in it.
Really?
I'm having fun.
Same.
Yeah.
I've already prestiged.
I've played. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I've played it a little bit with some buddies, but do you me and my brother are trying to get as far as we freaking can with zombies.
Yeah, I haven't even touched zombies yet. I will, but I haven't.
Yeah, it's
All
good.
right.
It's so much fun.
Before we do that,
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite has Snoop Dogg in concert right now.
Oh my gosh.
Are you watching like a stream or something?
Yeah, I've got a stream up right now.
I gotta say though, one of the coolest things I saw in Fortnite was the Travis Scott event. That was really cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Marshmello did an event too. I think before Travis Scott.
I don't think I was in. Like I was physically in playing the game in the Travis Scott one. Like I didn't watch it after.
Fortnite's the GOAT in a lot of ways.
They're innovative,
man. It's easy to hate on.
They're creative and
really
innovative.
is.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is IRL performing, and there's a stream that's in Fortnite, and people are watching the stream in Fortnite while he's performing live in person with a crowd.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Okay, continue.
That's
Sorry.
awesome.
I do.
All right. Top 5 Tom Hardy movies. You go first. Number 5.
This one was actually harder than I thought it would be. I forgot all the great things he was in. But I'm gonna try to stick to the ones where he's like really kind of a main character.
Prominent, yeah.
So I have honorable mentions, but I'll start with Legend. I actually thought just 2 of him, right? Like he's the same just the 2 different things. I don't know. And the overall, like I like those like the mob movies and stuff like that. Like I think it's awesome. Yeah,
it's a good movie. Number 5 for me is the most recent, one of the most recent. Venom's the most recent, but the Bike Riders. The Bike Riders. He just plays the roles, man.
I've never heard of those. It's called the Bike Riders.
Seriously?
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's the story about one of the very first biker gangs, and he
Oh yeah, I could see how he would definitely.
Oh, you need to go watch it. It's good, man.
Oh no, I haven't even heard of it. Really,
it's a raw movie. It's good.
I follow Tom Hardy everywhere.
It came out with it. His co-star was the guy that played Elvis, that like made himself Elvis.
Yeah,
like 3 years into it.
Austin?
Yeah,
Butler?
Yeah,
I've never even heard of this movie.
Oh, okay, it's good, really good. All right.
Same, to be fair.
Well, following along kind of the same lines as Legend, 4 is Lawless.
Okay.
With Shia LaBeouf, and that I think that movie's fantastic as well. Yeah, I mean his character. He's like, I thought I walked. I thought I took myself to the hospital. Yeah.
and then doesn't he die from like an infection?
Cold, like he freezes to death or something. Yeah.
Speaking of cold, segue into number 4 for me.
Yeah,
is The Revenant. Tom Hardy plays a good bad guy.
Oh, yes.
It almost made my list.
I think we're going to get accolades for our list on this. I think people are actually going to show us love on these. I think they're going to be like, you know what, guys? You did your research this time.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? I'll tell you my next
number
one.
3.
You can tell me. Warrior.
You going old school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic movie, man.
I'm down with it. Number 3 for me. That's bait. It's Mad Max. Come on.
No, I'm not. I don't think you can argue that shouldn't be on the list. Okay. It's not on mine, but that's not just my type of movie, right? So when we do these things, and maybe this is my downfall, like with the NBA list, like I go more on what I personally really like, right? Maybe that's my downfall.
We're supposed to. I give you crap, but that's we're supposed to be.
I was gonna say it's easy to go to like
off of what we want. You were just so far out in left field with some of your NBA picks. We had to.
I like what I like, but because it's easy to go to like I think Rotten Tomatoes lists every actor's movies by their meter. Like you can go do that. I don't care to do that, right? So number 2 for me is Inception. I know Wes is with me on this. He might say it should be number 1, but I think everyone knows what my number 1 is.
All right, number 2 for me is Dark Knight Rises. I think he was absolutely fantastic.
Bane, just iconic. I mean, that's number 1 for me. Dark Knight Rises.
So number 1 for me was Lawless. I absolutely love that movie. Love that movie. First of all, I'm a huge Shy guy. I like Shia LaBeouf a lot too. Yeah, absolutely. Honorable mentions: Warrior, Legend, and Star Trek Nemesis. He was actually the bad guy in that.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know. Yeah. Honorable mention for me, Revenant, and This Means War with Chris Pine and Reese Witherspoon. It's like a
the
rom-com.
The rom-com.
But I love it.
They're both
I
like
think it's
secret agents or
hilarious.
assassins.
They're
or
both in the
something. I remember
CIA and
that.
they fall for the same girl. So it's
That's
like,
funny.
like there's one scene and they play it to Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. It's just like he goes and he shoots him with like a sleeping dart through the window before. Yeah, it's funny to me.
All right,
it's funny to me.
All right, one more top five. Top 5 biggest plot twists, endings, and movies. We'll give you a spoiler alert if for some reason you haven't caught one of these movies. Just be on your toes as we go.
Mute it as we say the title.
Mute it as we say, yeah. All right, number 5 for me is you could go either way. Planet of the Apes, the original, or you could say Mark Wahlberg's Planet of the Apes. Whatever, the ending's the same. Where, yeah.
I thought about it, and it does make my honorable mentions, but that was one that, totally. I can't argue with you on that one. To me, this is relatively new. Knives Out. Okay. I thought that was a very well done movie, and I really enjoyed it. And I think they did a really good job at really making you think, like with the whole switching of the medicine and everything. Like, I think it was really great storytelling, and it was like Clue to me.
I didn't put it on there because it was meant to have plot twists.
That's why I like struggled with it, but I did
with
really
movies that you weren't expecting it to come. This fourth one, this one was rough. Did you guys watch Old Boy?
Is that your number 4?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. Go Google what he does at the end and what actually ends up happening, and you'll be like, oh my god. Yeah.
Is it an older movie?
Yeah, it's a little older movie. It's what's his name? It's Thanos.
Josh Brolin.
Cable, yeah. It's really effed up at the end.
Cable.
Wes, go Google the end real quick and then just give me your thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, number 4 for you.
The Prestige.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, Scarlett Johansson, Andy Serkis, somebody else I can't think of. David Bowie is in that, I think. Yeah.
Is he in it?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah. No, it's fantastic. I know.
I was like, what is going on here? Like, what is happening? That was great. All right. Number 3 for me is Fight Club. I mean,
honorable mention for me, like the first time it blows your mind. It really does blow your mind.
Yeah.
Just like, what do you mean they're the same? It's like, it's really, I don't think you can argue with that. To me, and this should be, I don't know, number 1. It's iconic. Sixth Sense.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
that's one of the OG.
Right. And I feel like now everybody's like, like we know, blah, blah, blah. But like when it first came out, right, it's like nobody,
Number 2 for me is The Prestige. Had me guessing all the way through the movie. Loved it. It was a long movie. I think it was like a 3-hour movie.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's long. It's super long, but I was into it.
Wow. Okay. I don't like this. To me, like number 2, number 1, I'm like, they could be interchangeable, but I'll just go ahead. And this may be funny to some people. Crazy Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid Love. You got to get your rom-com in there, don't you?
I love rom-coms. Zero shame. But the twist is like legitimate. Like you have no idea. Yeah. Like I remember the first time I saw it, and I was like,
yeah, those are the best. What? I mean, that's what the list is about.
In the frick, Jimmy?
The
2013 one, right?
Yeah.
Brother, what?
Is that not
a relationship with his what?
His daughter.
What's it called?
Yeah, okay, I'll just read it. I'll read it. Adrian reveals the most devastating part of his plan. He hypnotized Joe and manipulated him into a sexual relationship with his own daughter during his captivity. Joe had choice.
Fun.
Kill himself or me will be spared, bro. That
dude,
what
it was
stuff you watched, Jimmy.
It wasn't. It was like, oh, this is a thriller. This is cool. And then it like takes this jagged left turn down like the dark ways. I'm like, what?
I actually just realized you're wearing a David Bowie Labyrinth shirt.
I am. I am. All right, number 1 for me is Sixth Sense. Realizing he was the one dead, and the kid said, "I see dead people." It all makes sense.
Like I said, probably should be at number 1, but I like what I like. Yeah.
Honorable mentions: Get Out. Get Out was a good one. Gone Girl and The Village.
Gone Girl in the Village. Yeah, to me, I was
The
just
Village. You're expecting something.
That's the whole thing. It's like I was like 17 when it came out, and I don't like those movies anyways. But I think I predicted it.
Yeah.
So that's why it doesn't make my list. Gone Girl does. To me, I don't know if people even know about this movie, but Lucky Number 11
I've heard
is
of
my
it.
top pick.
I've heard of it.
Great twist. The ending is so satisfying.
I'll go watch that.
I think it's definitely with Josh Hartnett and Lucy Liu and Bruce Willis.
Okay, I'll go watch that, and you go watch The Bike
movie.
Riders.
Yeah,
The Bike Riders. I'll go watch.
And then Wes, you go watch Old Boy.
Yeah, no, thank you. I don't know if this one would count, but I guess in Iron Man 1 at the very end, I wasn't expecting him to say I am Iron Man. I thought they were going to save that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know if that's a plot twist or just a shock moment.
Yeah, it was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I don't think it was a plot twist, but it was definitely like a twist that they chose to do it, I guess. I could say, totally.
I thought it was going to be like the second or like,
right,
I mean,
that he revealed to the world that he's Iron Man.
Most recent plot twist is the Witch's Road. I mean, there was no Witch's Road.
I know. It's freaking
cool. All right.
It was awesome.
One must go time, Wes.
Okay, here we go. One must go. This is going to be an interesting one, guys. Here we go. First one is going to be Aerosmith, AC/DC, Motley Crue, or Metallica.
Oh, crap.
Metallica.
That's certainly a take. I'm probably
Motley Crue.
This is so Motley just Crue. Based on your personal choice.
No, it's not. No, it's not. All four of these.
To me, it is. I could jam to Aerosmith. I could jam to AC/DC, Motley Crue. I think I see Motley Crue once a week. Yeah, I get it. But I'm also not the hugest fan of them. Well, I like a lot of music from that.
Big hair, time, 80s, big hair rock. Or 90s.
Yeah, I was literally having almost this exact same conversation with one of my buddies who comments on all of our stuff. Bird Killer, you've probably seen his comments a lot. He's like, "You don't like AC/DC, you don't like Metallica." I'm like, I mean, it's not that I don't like them, I just don't ever choose to listen to them. Really, they have their huge hits. Yes, they do. But
all four of those are legendary.
That's the thing is like they're all just like like everyone should know these names.
I would have to go Motley Crue.
It's between Metallica and Motley Crue for me for sure. Like I love Steven Tyler. I think Aerosmith is my favorite out of all that. But like between all these, it's Motley Crue or Metallica.
All right.
That's right. This next one, it's gonna be heated. Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, 2009, COD 4, Black Ops 1, One Must Go.
Oh,
the golden age of Call of Duty.
All right, so my answer, I'm gonna go off of the one I have the least amount of playtime in. It doesn't mean it's not any less.
Can I guess it?
Sure.
Modern Warfare 2.
Nope, COD 4.
Oh, COD 4. Okay.
Well. Modern Warfare 2 is actually where we got into game battles and the Chaos name came from, the actual real life Chaos clan. So COD 4 would have to be off the list.
Yeah, see, I started game battles in COD 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough all the way around.
It's a tough. I mean, these are all my top 5.
Nobody said either Black Ops.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
You ready? I'm saying Black Ops 1 specifically because of the trauma. The PlayStation Network was down for what seemed like 7 months.
You should have had an Xbox.
It was actually a month, and I bought an Xbox because the First Strike map pack went out. I played so many zombies. I played Kino der Toten.
What is it? What is the meme? Number one map?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice I did an updated version of that?
I did, dude. I watched it all.
I leaned into it too.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Next up, guys. TikTok, YouTube Shorts. One or the other.
One has to go. TikTok.
YouTube Shorts.
Really?
Yeah. I digest way more on TikTok now. I'm not saying that's a good thing.
I actually digest much more on YouTube Shorts now.
No, I don't digest anything on YouTube Shorts.
I actually ingest more reels than I do anything.
Yeah, that's
okay. Then YouTube Facebook Shorts is next, and then I'm like really don't get on TikTok.
TikTok is the deep abyss, man. It's a wormon. You can go.
You really can. Yeah, but I don't.
Facebook too. Facebook too. Facebook, you could go.
Oh my gosh,
yeah. Get on Facebook. In fact, I can actually say the only time I get on TikTok or Facebook are when people send me things from them.
But then when you're on, you get hooked.
You get hooked, and you just
totally. But I actively check Instagram every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Oh
on
yeah, no,
YouTube all
we
the
see
time.
because you have like you send their reels all the time.
I got
You're
you
an addict.
guys.
Yeah,
I
dude,
got
yeah.
you guys
For sure.
for the
Okay.
reactions. I got you.
Next one is gonna be pretty interesting. It's gonna be coffee, tea, energy drinks.
Oh, it's
One
not
must
even hot
go.
coffee. I don't drink coffee.
You don't got some Folgers in your cup, bro?
I got nothing.
The best
I got a
part
Fresca.
of waking up is
Black
Folgers
cherry
in your
Fresca.
cup.
I'm gonna get rid of energy drinks because I don't drink them hardly at all anymore. Tea, hot tea every once in a while, sweet tea every once in a while, but yeah, I'll get rid of energy drinks.
Yeah, see, tea only whenever I got a sore throat, but energy drinks and coffee can't get rid of.
Yeah. I can't get rid of energy drinks.
But you guys have to get rid of one on this one, and that is going to be Iron Man, Batman, Homelander, or Peacemaker.
Well, it's between Homelander and Peacemaker. And I don't really watch The Boys, so
Homelander's the Superman that you wish he was.
I know who he is, of course, but
That's
I
your
don't
overpowered
really watch
Superman.
The Boys.
Oh, you
Well,
got
right, and that's why another reason I'm inclined to be like, another overpowered
You
guy.
have
that
one of the
nobody can
best
kill.
like intros. in
I
the series
gotta,
ever.
no, I gotta get rid of Homelander. I loved Peacemaker season 1. And I'm so excited for season 2.
Same.
I'm getting rid of Peacemaker.
Yeah,
Homelander, there's just too much shock value. You literally don't know what this dude's gonna do.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Drinking some milk. Okay, well that's all. Overrated, underrated.
Let's do this.
Let's get it.
All right.
Okay, we got overrated, underrated, properly rated. Starting off, we have Star Citizen.
Overrated. What did the director or the developer say that pissed everybody off in the very beginning? What was it?
I can't
Skyrim in
remember.
space?
Yeah, something like, no, that was Starfield. No, Star Citizen is the one with all the famous actors that are like, there's like Gary Oldman, and it's like a $700 million budget type thing. The
It was
I have
a,
no
it was a
idea what this
GoFundMe.
is.
I
I have no idea what this is. So I'm irrelevant. I have no idea.
Right.
Yeah, so it spends a lot of money, and the game has been in development since like 2012, I think, and it's still not out. So
Oh,
okay.
well then
Well,
it's
then it's
overrated
overrated.
because they didn't deliver.
But it is a
They
massive
should've.
game though. The next Squadron 42 is coming out next year sometime, they said.
Nobody knows.
Just
what that is,
copium.
Wes. All right.
That's fine. The viewers know. Okay, next up we have Christopher Nolan.
Properly rated?
Yeah, properly rated, I would say. I think his movies are like I think everybody agrees that they're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think if you asked me before Oppenheimer if he was, I would probably say underrated, but that's just because like he's insane.
Yeah. I mean, I love his movies.
But do you know who's underrated? His brother, Jonathan Nolan.
Did he do the Dune?
The Fallout. Nope. He did or I don't know if he did Dune or not. But he did Fallout the show.
Ooh.
He also did what's that
There you
like the Wild West show that was on HBO for a bit? Westworld. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep, he did that. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
that's why it made so much sense for him to do Fallout, because it's like,
nice.
yeah, he's insane, and he also helped his brother with a bunch of other movies. Next
there
up
was
we have,
there was another brother who did Dune. The director Vinola or something like that.
Dennis something. Dennis Delanueva. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Delanueva, yeah, something like that. Next up we have Yankees,
Overrated.
Like the
baseball team.
Overrated.
It's a little bit on the nose, on
Dude,
this episode.
come on. You're down 3-1 and you have every chance in the world. You're down 3-1 in the series. You're up 5-0 in the 5th inning, and then you literally just piss it away. Overrated.
Warren's like, what's happening right now?
I have
What
no
did I
idea
miss?
what's happening.
The
Yeah.
World
Overrated.
Series
They're an
went on.
iconic team. All right.
Overrated. Move
I'm
on.
gonna say properly rated. But I got no dog in this fight.
They didn't either. Next up, we have reading books.
Super underrated and becoming
Underrated
a lost,
for sure.
becoming a lost art, unfortunately.
Now this is the
I
time
actually
for me to
love reading
chill.
books.
I just finished The Final Empire from Brandon Sanderson, book 1 of Mistborn. Strongly recommend it. I'm getting through the whole Cosmere. All of his books are connected. Strongly recommend the Mistborn series. Okay, next up, guys. Wordle. Also not an ad, by the way.
I don't know what that is.
Wordle?
Yeah,
You don't remember Wordle? It was
I
like the whole
do.
trend.
I'm gonna say overrated because it got annoying.
It did get annoying.
Yeah.
When bro,
I
people would
remember
spoil
Words
it on
with
the
Friends.
timeline.
I remember Words with Friends. Is this anything like that?
Not really.
So.
Just
I
type
have
in
no idea
Wordle
what
on your
Wordle is.
browser.
Yeah.
And you'll see. It's like a game you play. It's like you're filling in the blank, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have Animal Crossing.
Overrated.
Bro. That got people through.
I've never played
lockdown,
it.
That
dude.
got people through COVID.
I've never played it, so
Never
I
played
can't
it?
say.
I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like if all they had was Minefield, that would have got them through COVID. So
True. Next up we have Hawkeye.
I think underrated. I think it was good. It was a good ride. It was fun.
Wait, the show or the character?
The show,
Anything.
right? Oh, I'm going by the show.
Anything.
I thought they had a good bond chemistry together. I liked it. Underrated.
Same.
I think it's properly rated. I had a fun time. I think it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the consensus as well.
Yeah.
So
Any Jeremy Renner is good content. Like
yeah, Jeremy Renner is good.
Have
Yeah.
you guys seen that Renovations? That was pretty fun.
No, I haven't
Yeah,
watched it.
there. But you
Jeremy
know what's really funny
Renovation?
is this. The Big Bang Theory, right? Sheldon like makes fun of Leonard for something in his science, and Leonard's like, "You work at the same university that I work at," and he's like, "And Hawkeye is part of the Avengers, but no one ever says
Yep.
save me, Hawkeye."
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That is good.
Okay, next up we have the World Series.
I mean, it's properly rated. It's hype. It was hype. I mean, it was good storylines. It was the downfall in the Shohei show and all that. So I would say properly rated. Warren doesn't.
I don't watch it, but I, of course, like
You
know,
couldn't pay me to watch it. I'm not even joking.
yeah, I don't care about baseball, but it's like the American sport, right? And I know a lot of people do really care about it. And good for them. So.
Someone tried to tell me that they would rather watch the World Series than the Super Bowl, and I was like, "What do you freaking mean, man?"
Yeah, that's stupid. That's stupid.
Okay. Next up, we have Shark Tank.
Oh, I like Shark Tank a lot.
Properly rated for what it is.
Yeah, properly rated.
So I don't actually watch the show, but I watch the clips all the time.
So it was better in the
I
early
think the
years
show's
for me.
great.
And again, once you do it for 15 seasons,
15 years, yeah.
it's kind of the same thing. But it's good.
And it is kind of this, but it is that's the funny part. Like it is the same thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But it's cool to see like a bunch of different companies and stuff.
I like to see the success stories, like the
Yeah.
ones where
Right,
like,
exactly.
hey, we didn't jump on it, but you know,
the sponge, the little
Yeah,
smiley
the-
face sponge.
yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Sponge Buddy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you know it.
Yep, I do. Okay, next up, guys, we have water parks. Jimmy's favorite activity.
Overrated and dangerous.
Overrated.
And dangerous.
And dirty.
And
dirty.
dangerous.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
those wave pools, dude.
They're
That just doesn't
dangerous,
seem
dude.
like a fun activity.
Those slides, everything. There's just you go search water park like
Does
I don't
that-
want to.
accidents.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't
Yeah.
want
Nope,
to. I
yep.
don't want to.
they're bad.
I'm
Okay.
good. I'm
next
good. I grew up in Florida. We had
Ooh.
Wet and Wild until they closed it down
and
for
Wild.
something.
Yeah.
So
Okay, speaking of Wet and Wild, Call of Duty campaigns.
Properly rated.
properly rated.
No,
For the
what's your
most
favorite
part,
COD
they're
campaign?
they're a good time. There's a couple that miss the mark, but overall, most of them are what you would want them to be.
Yeah.
What's your favorite COD campaign now?
Oh man, Infinite Warfare was really, really good.
I heard a lot of good stuff about that.
I
I didn't
got-
finish it.
I mean, I could say the
Weren't
OG.
you in that one?
I mean, I did mocap. I didn't make it in the final game, but the OG one, obviously, they're all good, man. Black Ops storyline, Modern Warfare
I like
storyline.
the Black
If I
Ops
just picked
storyline,
one
yeah.
out, like individual, I may go with Infinite Warfare. You go play through Infinite Warfare, and you almost want to shed a tear at the end. It's crazy.
Modern Warfare 2. Ghost
Yeah.
dying,
Yeah.
killing Shepard at the end.
Mhm.
Like, dude.
Hey, even Advanced Warfare's campaign was good.
Oh, 100%. Like, yeah, you know,
They do a
controversial
really
looking
good
at it
job
now,
with their
but
campaigns. Yeah.
Kevin
They do-
Spacey
they
played a
just do a
really
good
good bad
job.
guy.
he played a really good bad guy.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It
Yeah.
fit the bill. That's for just okay. Next
Yeah.
up, we have Sonic. Not the restaurant, the
Overrated.
character.
Overrated.
You don't like
Always trying to be Mario. Always in the shadow. No,
Oh my
overrated.
gosh.
You just pissed
No,
off so many Sonic fans.
I like Sonic more than Mario.
He doesn't
And
know
I'm
what
not
he did.
embarrassed to
We gotta
say it
post
at
this
all.
one.
Yeah. I like Sonic more than Mario.
You know
Super
how
overrated.
passionate Sonic fans are, bro. You just pissed off Sonic fans. We're clipping this segment right
You
here.
can say that about anything. There's
Jimmy,
probably fans out there of
they're-
Wordle, and they're
No,
passionate.
you don't even know. They're even crazier than that, bro. They are like Sonic 100.
So right,
They
Sonic
can't
fans.
be
I got
any-
you. I'm with you.
They
Yeah, we
can't
love
be
Sonic.
any higher level than Acolyte fans.
Don't dox me. Next up, Tomb Raider movies.
They're
That's
not
hard
very-
because
they're
I don't
not
like the
very
newer
good.
ones.
I think the
I
consensus
actually like
is
the
they're
old
not.
ones.
I think the consensus is they're not very good, so I'm going to say properly rated.
I think that's the same. But like, I like the Angelina Jolie ones. I didn't like the newer ones.
The newer one that was
was our only one.
So there's a newer one that's like they based the game off of it, and that one was really solid. The one where they're like in a ship and they're like washed ashore. Yeah, it was really solid one. Yeah,
I didn't like the new actress that wasn't Angelina Jolie.
Yeah,
she's my Lara Croft to me.
That's fair. There's rumors that Sansa Stark is gonna play Tomb Raider as well.
Yeah, there's a new one, right, coming out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. That's all for overrated, underrated. There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
There's just always someone out there gonna milk an IP dry. Yeah.
I think that's the end of the list, boys.
Alrighty.
This will go down as the shortest Multiverse podcast to date. Episode 12.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. There's a whole other half to the...
Jimmy, you forgot to scroll down.
I forgot to scroll down. Guys, as always, leave us comments. We will double stack the community comments next week.
Roast Jimmy for his Sonic.
Oh my gosh, dude. He hates Sonic, confirmed.
Roast Warren for putting Modern Warfare 2019 anywhere near any top 5.
Warzone.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. All right, that is it. We'll be back next week. Follow us on Spotify, on
please.
Apple, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok,
everything.
All those places. And if you want the video version of this, you can catch it on YouTube. Peace.
Check out our beautiful faces.